it's not all the time you see beautiful ladies and you think they are worth nothing. And it's not all ladies you see that you think are on the streets looking for men. We have ladies out of ladies. Today I have one lady that is such a beautiful lady. An entrepreneur, a brand influencer. Beautiful indeed. And she's here in the studio with us today. So join us, please. Ladies and gentlemen, show us patience. You look absolutely you are so beautiful.
Thank you.
It's
Nice
good to
meet
have you. Please have a seat.
Thank you very much.
You look so young.
Thank you.
And so beautiful. But for those that don't know who you are, can you tell them? Can you tell us who you are?
Okay. Hi everyone. I am Patience, Mrs. Holly Spassi. I'm CEO Part Collections, and I'm a brand influencer and entrepreneur. You know,
Wow.
it's not easy.
No, it's not. You can say that again.
Yeah.
You know, when you say you're Mrs., someone can look at you on the road and make passes at you.
I get that all the time.
And you're not wearing any
I
ring.
am, actually.
Is this a ring for? But this looks like a fashion ring.
That's what people say.
Well, I don't wear ring too. So,
It's not really my thing, so
Exactly.
once in a while I just
so do you have those kind of problems on the road sometimes? People.
oh, a lot. Even there was one when I was pregnant. Then a man actually followed me till. It was such an experience that day. I was like explaining, I'm married though, and he's like, no, you can't be married. Maybe somebody just got you pregnant and left. Don't worry, I can take care of that. He had to follow me to where I was going to, and my husband was already there. So when he saw him, he was like, okay, no vessel. It was quite an experience though. We get that all the time.
I know.
Yeah. And you're beautiful actually. You get that all the time.
You know what? We'll be right back.
It's time to talk.
Welcome back. I'm in the studio today with Mrs.
Hollis.
That name is what? Wait a minute. Is your husband British?
No,
Where's he from?
it's Soko, Delta State.
Wait, what kind of name is that?
I don't know. I guess his father is educated, and everyone in his family has some kind of.
No, but that, even if you're educated, Albert, doesn't mean you change. I mean, that name is too English.
It is what it is then.
It's beautiful.
Thank you, wow.
It's beautiful. Wow. So now, as a brand influencer, how did you start this journey?
I didn't just wake up and just. I've been following someone, the Delta Beauty. She's been a close friend for a while, so, and she's a brand influencer. So whenever we meet or whenever I make a video and post, she'll just tell me, this thing, you can be a brand influencer and cash out too. I'm like, okay, I'll think about it. There was one day she just messaged me and said, I'm having a class, and with a little bit of tutor here and there, you'll be on the right path. I said, okay, since you're insisting, let me just give it a try. And that was it.
It's not easy to have someone to actually show interest,
Yeah.
genuinely,
Yeah.
and then another lady. Because people think life is about competition.
Yeah.
If I'm doing the same thing you're doing, doesn't mean we're competing.
No. The sky is big enough for everyone.
So for her to do that, she's really a mentor indeed.
Yeah.
So I hope she's watching this video. Yes.
I'll
So,
tag her.
oh, that's beautiful. So your journey, I was going through your story, and in 2016, you were finding your feet. Tell me your story.
Is there really a big one? Not really. It's at first I wanted to just, we've been hearing Instagram, so I just wanted to sell my market and just, but then again, the world is growing, Instagram is growing too, and like, not just Instagram, social space is growing.
Yes.
So you have to evolve with the trend. So that brings us here.
Yeah, but no, when I saw your pictures on in 2016, it was more of pictures, and you love fashion. Wow, like you like
I
what?
try my best.
Oh no! You are very good in it. So when I see, I'm like, and then you have some good friends. You all are like the same height.
Yeah.
Like you understand? And then 2016, just pictures, pictures,
Yeah.
pictures,
I was trying
and
to find my feet then.
that's the point.
Yeah.
Because everyone wakes up not knowing what to do, even though you have the idea. So I'm asking, so how did you start before you even met or before you even started knowing or posting that 2016? What were you actually thinking at that time?
As at then, I was in school.
Yes.
So I was doing the normal offline as a student, marketing and so. So a friend of mine, he would just say, take a picture and post it. I said, I don't have that time. Take a picture. I said, no, nobody will buy it because then I don't have an idea of what I'm supposed to do or what the picture is supposed to look like. So, but with time, I said, okay, let me give it a try. I take pictures, I post. If you even check it, you see the pictures, they are just one kind. But I was just persistent because I knew, okay, one or two persons will just DM me, do you have this? I said, I'll not have to use my mouth and explain. I said, that picture is not clear, it's not fine. Don't worry, when you see this thing on ground, you will like it. And luckily for me, a few persons were just patronizing me. So with time, we grew.
Wow. We want to know a little bit about you, some personal questions. We'll be right back.
It's time to talk.
Welcome back. If you just joined us, I've been chatting with Mrs. Alex, a brand influencer, an entrepreneur, a beautiful young lady right here in the studio with us. So I want to know a little bit about your life, not too much. So I see your questions. You always ask some funny questions. You're like
I'm
one
inquisitive in nature.
Yes, but this one I saw. Have you ever gone for a wedding where you're not invited?
Of course.
Has it happened to you?
Of course.
Tell me what happened.
We grew up in Warina.
Yeah.
So Warina, they carry last. There are days you just want to, let me just dress up, enter the town. You must. Quite interesting. I do event planning by the side. So sometimes I have contacts of vendors, a lot of vendors. So when you just post and I'm like, okay, I think this is a good party to go to, I can just dress up and go get crashed. The thing is, you have to look good. So even if you don't have an invite,
They don't say no to you.
you look it.
You look it. You want to be here. And another one I saw that I like is about, when you snatch a man, is it worthy to be trusted?
Whoa. I didn't know.
That was quite interesting.
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
It's kind of personal experience.
Okay.
Someone was in that situation. And you know the way we are now. If you are telling the person, if this person can do this to you, can still do it again to somebody else. And she was like, no, don't worry. And we know that this man will not stay here. He's still moving. He's still searching. Because he has been married twice. So, and she was still trying to, this guy will get married. She wanted to get married actually. And she was, when she introduced the guy, we saw him. I was like, this guy, a customer now.
We know him.
So I didn't want to sound, if you can't advise two persons, a woman in love. So I'm like, this thing, I won't tell you direct. Let's just. So once in a while, I know she's used my story. I know she's on my page on Instagram. So when I drop those things, sometimes she was just like, I hope not be me. I say, no, sorry.
But if it gets to you, fine. That means you understand the message.
Of course, she knows I'm talking to her.
But that's a topic for another day because that thing is very deep.
Of course.
Very deep. Well, I like those your little, messages that you drop immediately
Yeah.
because some of them are really, really life lessons to learn. And then you are a good dancer. You are a good dancer.
It's only on TikTok.
Really?
on
No. You are a good dancer. Seriously. Seriously, you are a good dancer.
Trying.
Yeah. You say no?
I don't dance.
Really?
It's TikTok motivation.
Then TikTok should motivate me because I want to learn that kind of dances. And then why did you cut your hair?
Okay. My husband doesn't know this,
Okay.
but I guess he will watch the show and he will know I deceived him. Actually. So I've really wanted to cut my hair for a long while.
Oh.
Yes, I'm very hairy. I have hair, but I got tired and said no. Let me give myself another look, a very simpler. And Oga, I want to cut my hair, and he's like, no, you can't cut it. I said, okay. So one thing is you don't have to fight it. I don't have to quarrel. I just took my time. Every time I would just be dropping it. This is my hair. I will cut it one day. So it was like, no, don't cut it. I said, okay. So there was one day I said, this thing, the only thing I found out, the only thing that will make him allow me cut the hair if he notices dandruff is disturbing me.
Oh, so you don't.
I said, no, I had to use powder. So when I'm sitting close to him, I'll just scratch it and it will just.
Seriously?
It was not that called the barber actually. I said, come, before they go scratch hair, come give me what I don't know for us. And the idea was not very low, just the normal Anita Baker. When they were cutting it, and the thing was just, and the guy was like, Madam, it's your hair, we'll cut and finish. He just came out and said, why is it white? I said, cut and finish. I said, thank you. And that was it.
Just to have air, right?
Yeah.
Freedom.
Yeah.
Because your hair, this happened in 2018?
Yes.
That's after your youth service?
Yes.
Wow. Because your hair was really long.
Yeah. Sometimes it's tiring.
Now, with this social media branding thing, this influencing thing,
Yeah.
how is life for you?
It's hectic.
How?
Because-
I thought it's fun.
Yes. If
Uh-huh.
you look at it from one side.
Okay.
I'm a mom, I'm a wife, and I run an offline business while running an online business. Only running an online business is even hectic on its own before I combine offline, running the home and everything. So it's hectic, but at the end of it, it's the passion that keeps you going. When I do videos and post, and some persons come back and give me testimonies of, oh, when you posted this for me, I got customers, and those things give me joy. And the next day, I'm like, I'm open for business. Let's go.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
So you're motivated
Of course.
for the testimonies.
Yes.
About you as a mother,
Yeah.
are you fulfilled? Or
Of course I am.
how? How do you, like now you're in Abuja,
Yeah.
how do you know that the home is okay? And keep your mind. How do you settle?
First of all, I have a supportive husband.
Good.
And right from time, he's the type that wants you to do you in as much as you're okay with it.
That's beautiful.
So when I just bring an idea, most of my ideas, most of the things I do, I'll first run it by him, and he's like, if you can do it, oh yeah, go ahead. And when I do, sometimes I show him the videos first, and he's like, post it now. Sometimes he'll tell me, it's not this type they are posting on. I've seen the other type on Instagram, so I cannot bring you money, go and change it. So I guess it's one of the motivations I have.
That's
And
beautiful.
he's very supportive too.
That's beautiful.
Thank you.
And then you have help for the child?
No,
Or
really,
whenever
it's
you
just
go,
me,
you go?
him and the child.
For now?
Yes.
Of course, more is coming.
Of course. Not now.
So you see, if you're out there and you're a mom and you want to start up something, there's no excuse.
At all.
All you need is a supportive husband. Then what if your husband was not supportive?
We'll find a way. Me, I like
How?
money.
How?
I like money.
How?
We'll find
What
a
if
way.
he
But
says,
I'm
no,
not-
you cannot do
But
this?
I'm not sure I would have gotten married to someone that isn't supportive. Because before now, while we were dating, I was doing
You were
a few
friends.
of them. So he already knew, this thing is what she has been doing. And I've always told him that if I have money, if I have more opportunities, I will expand. He knows. So he knows what he was getting into.
So if you're looking for a brand influencer, don't look further. You have one that is very motivating, beautiful and elegant. She can go anywhere. She left Delta State, now she's in Abuja. So always call for that business that you want to influence. And she's got the right tools to fix it for you. So it's been wonderful having you today. But even though you're not dancing for us, so you understand. Is there anything that you want to achieve, or is there anything you regret to this point that you feel is heavy? That thing?
Regrets, I'll say no.
Okay.
Because I've always believed that whatever happens, you don't have to sulk. You just have to learn from it. Whatever happens in life is a lesson. You just have to pick the good. There must be one good lesson you'll get from it and push on. So no regrets so far.
I see Mama Ejiro always like most of your...
Yes. She has been a friend and for a long time now, and my customer too.
Oh wow, that's
she sells perfumes. And
yeah, she sells perfume.
I've been patronizing her for a while now. A long time. I buy and resell.
From her.
Yeah.
You see, life is all about connecting to the right people. When they say women can work together, that I think is history. Today, if you're doing the same business, it doesn't matter. Don't think the person is after you. You do your own, let the other do their own. You do it differently, it doesn't matter. There are so many people doing the same thing. I like your business. I like what you do. I was doing that before I even, as a youth corper in Abuja, that's what I was doing.
Wow.
And I had 3 shops in Abuja, and I was doing that. I was selling to bankers.
Oh.
So it's a good business. It doesn't matter what you do. Put your heart to do it. I can sell tomato. I was selling tomato. And then I was doing thrifting too. It's a very good business. But when people make you feel terrible, you tell yourself.
I have quite an experience.
Okay.
You know, when you tell somebody, I sell thrift, the first thing that comes to them,
so everything like you wear is thrift. Yes, yes.
Find it like you, they sell bubu. It's bubu they call it now. Why now? Sometimes I have a shop in the market. So sometimes when they meet me, can you get the sell bubu? Like, they follow all those old women. They say, it's none of your business as far as giving me money.
That's what matters. And then you are happy.
Of course I am. I'm the owner of my business. I can decide to not go to the market. Sometimes I will just decide, no, today I'm resting. So that's the fun of it.
It's better than sleeping around.
Of course. Very, very.
So we love you. We thank you for staying tuned. Don't forget, you have a brand you want to influence. Don't forget to contact Mrs. Pat. That's how, thank you. Don't forget to contact Pat for your branding. And she does it very beautifully. Okay. And thank you for staying tuned. You have what? You want to say something?
Hello, this is the Kranda show, and thank you all for joining us. Hope to see you guys some other time.
I didn't even ask you. Okay. You know you're supposed to cook. What food do you want to cook? Yes. So we are going live right now. You see Path, better known as Parts, right? Collections.
Yes.
She's going to be in the kitchen making okra soup live. So stay tuned and join us in the kitchen right now.
Let's go show some skills.
All right, guys. See you in the kitchen next.
All right.
Take a seat, let's have a chat. What's going on with you? Something fun, something new. Let's see what we get up to. It's time. time to talk.